Thank you, Madam President. This is an immunity bill. Even with the amendment that is added, it is clear this is an immunity bill. So pardon the unintended pun, but let's get in the weeds a little bit for why this bill creates an absolute immunity from the consequences of giving Iowans cancer. Per the Supreme Court, product liability law broadly refers to the legal responsibility for injury resulting from the use of a product. It encompasses the legal theories of negligence, strict liability, and breach of warranty. Although each is a separate legal theory, the same facts often give rise to all three claims. The underlying theories ordinarily concern improper design, inadequate warnings, or mistakes in manufacturing. Actions for negligence focus on the reasonableness of the manufacturer's conduct. Actions for strict liability concern the conduct or the condition of the product. Actions for a warranty claim are for the failure of a product to properly function. So if somebody is hurt by a product, there typically are three main ways to argue their case. In the pesticide lawsuits, the three claims are that the company acted recklessly, which is negligence, that the product lacked proper warnings, which is strict liability for failure to warn, and that the product's design was unreasonably dangerous, which is strict liability design defect. If the warning label approved by the EPA is deemed sufficient, under state law, all these claims would fail. And here's why. Negligence. If the companies have statutorily stated that a warning is sufficient, not in fact, but at law, then legally they weren't careless, which defeats negligence. For strict liability, if the label, even if a fraudulently obtained one, satisfies the duty to warn, is sufficient, which would defeat the failure to warn claim against dangers they knew about. And design defect. If the state law declares that warning sufficient, again, legally sufficient, but in reality it isn't, it means the legislature has decided that the risks are acceptable as long as the product complies with the EPA warning requirement, which necessarily means the product can't be unreasonably dangerous under a risk utility test. So let me explain this maybe a little bit simpler. Failure to warn is the root of the product's liability claim. The other claims stem from this root cause. If the state deems a warning label to be deemed sufficient, it kills the root cause, and no other causes can grow from it. That is what this bill does. It grants absolute immunity. It grants foreign chemical companies absolute immunity from causing damage for a product they sell. I'm not trying today to say to ban the product. It is important for farmers and should continue to use it. I am saying that companies should be held liable for a product that causes cancer. This is a simple equation for all of us. Who do we support? Do we support foreign chemical companies or Iowans? Do we support granting immunity for products that cause cancer, or farmers who are struggling to pay their medical bills because of a product they've used for years? This is about giving Iowans the right to justice. For that reason, I urge my colleagues to vote no.
Chair recognizes